So this is what you get when you hike Blackhead Peak in the San Juan Mountains. Pretty incredible view, right? You can see the Continental Divide from up here. Before we get into the hike itself, let me give you the basics on Blackhead Peak. The summit is at 12,500 feet, and this hike is 6 miles round trip with 2,400 feet of elevation gain over those 3 miles. The Blackhead Peak hike starts along this old forest road. You can find this part of the hike on all trails, but the actual hike to Blackhead Peak summit isn't mapped there. You'll hike this flat forest road for about a mile before the real climb starts. If you just want an easy hike, you could hike this road and then turn around and call it good. We did the Blackhead Peak hike in early June, and as you can see, there was still snow up there in June. Here's what you need to know about this Blackhead Peak hike. It's dangerous. There's no maintained trail to the summit. The hike is tough because of steep sections, loose rock, and it's hard to find your way. People have needed rescue on Blackhead Peak, and at least one hiker has died here. I'm wearing a GoPro type action camera for most of this Blackhead Peak hike video, so you're seeing it from my perspective as I climb. I also took additional video along this way with a different camera, so you may notice the video colors vary slightly throughout this video. From the forest road, you can see Blackhead Peak way up there in the distance. That's where we're hiking to today. What's up, brother? The Blackhead Peak hike starts in subalpine forest, which is spruce, fir, and aspen trees. And these aspens would look amazing in the fall. As we continue, you'll cross several small, crystal clear streams caused by the snowmelt. You'll notice some of these shots look cloudy instead of the blue sky you see when we start. That's because I filmed some of this on the way down from Blackhead Peak. You can actually see rain coming in the distance. This is exactly why you need to start Blackhead Peak hike early. Afternoon storms with lightning are common up here in summer. And it's important that this trail is not marked or maintained. We went with a friend who knows this route well, but without that local knowledge, it would have been extremely difficult to know where to go. The trail isn't well tramped from foot traffic, and there aren't any cairns or markers to guide you. I would not attempt this hike without someone who knows the way. It's unlikely you'd find the route on your own. There are sections where the trail simply disappears. We encountered only a few other hikers, and they were all locals familiar with the hike. About halfway up, you'll reach this grassy plateau. As you can see, there was still significant snow cover when we made this hike. Nearing the top, you'll come to Nipple Mountain. This is a landmark visible from Pagosa Springs on the eastern range. We'll be hiking up above that to reach Blackhead Peak summit. And once you reach where you can see Nipple Mountain clearly, you'll be able to see the mountain ranges on the other side, including the Continental Divide. The scenery just keeps getting better and better the higher you climb. But we're not at the top yet. We still have a ways to go from here, and you'll definitely notice the air getting thinner. If you're interested, you can also make a short side trip to the base of Nipple Mountain from the main trail. It's a brief hike back and forth across this ridge. It also gets increasingly rocky the further up you hike. There are several rock scrambles that can be tricky, especially when they're slick with snow. At some points, I was using all fours to make sure I didn't fall. And as you get closer to the summit, you're now looking down on Nipple Mountain from above. We encountered more and more snow as we got closer to the peak. You can also see Squaretop Mountain on the other side of Blackhead Peak. You're looking down on it as well, since you're now at a higher elevation. Finally, at the summit, we're treated to spectacular 360-degree views. You're looking at the Continental Divide and down into the Blanca River Valley, and you can see Pagosa Peak in the distance. The breathtaking panoramas showcase the South San Juan Mountains with several well-known landmarks clearly visible, including Squaretop, Summit Peak, Pagosa Peak, and to the north and northeast, there's Nipple Mountain and the Blanca River Basin. And to the southeast and east, the South San Juan Wilderness stretches out before you. After reaching the peak, we descended to this broad, tundra-covered alpine plateau area, which is unique for this type of Rocky Mountain hike. With no trees up here, you get completely unobstructed views in every direction. This broad, tundra-covered area is perfect for taking in the incredible scenery. After that, we made our way back down the mountain, retracing our route back to the trailhead where we started. And that's the complete journey to Blackhead Peak, a challenging but incredibly rewarding hike for experienced hikers. And remember, always hike with someone familiar with the route, start early to avoid afternoon storms, and be prepared for challenging, unmarked terrain. Stay safe out there.